Thanks for joining us. Today is going to be a very special show because we got a first-time guest here, and it's Jade Dickson. And ladies, Jade has got a story that is either going to relate to you or someone you know. And Jade, we're glad to have you here.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, the way this works is I'm the host, you're the guest, and people want to hear you talk.
Okay.
And they don't want to hear me talk, and everybody tells me you're a talker.
I am. I can be.
You, in the earlier part of your life, at some point in time, you were a professional model. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Well,
yes, I did.
You and I have a lot in common, okay?
Of course we do.
And you're a person that loves the Lord.
I do love the Lord.
And you've got a purpose in life, but you've had some difficulties in life, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
Okay.
Now, if I get to asking questions that I'm not supposed to ask, you just say, I don't want to answer that. Okay?
I will do that.
My goal here is for you to be able to share your story.
Okay.
And I want to get your heart on the camera because you're special.
Well,
I already know that because I know the people that recommended you come on the show with me. But I want it to be a fun experience for you. I don't want it to be a bad experience.
Exactly.
Okay?
Sure.
What we want to talk about mainly is your battle with cancer and all the things that happened to you during that process. Is that right?
That's right.
You are a cancer survivor.
I am a cancer survivor, among many other things. But when a lady hears the word cancer, or anyone hears the word cancer,
that's a scary thing.
It's overwhelming. Because when you start meeting with different surgeons, oncologists, anesthesiologists, whoever it may be, you're all of a sudden in a club that you don't want to be in. And as I call it, it's the cancer bubble. And when I first heard the word cancer, I thought, well, I'm eating healthy, I exercise, and I thought I would be the last person that would have cancer.
I want you to try to describe this to me, and because I've known other people that been where you are.
Right.
I've been blessed. My mother passed away with cancer many years ago. But what happened in your mind? This has always intrigued me because I'm preparing today that they walk in and they tell me that I've got cancer. I'm trying to get some identity here to say, okay, here's what I do now, 1, 2, 3. What did the great C, what did that impact when they told you you've got cancer? What was your next thoughts? How did that hit you?
You fall into a road that you're not prepared for. It's as I had said earlier, very overwhelming, and you're just you feel like you're at their mercy, and you don't really know when they ask you the different questions of these are the options that you have, and you feel like a lost sheep.
Do you have a history of cancer in your family?
A small history, yes.
Small history, okay. All right, now you had breast cancer. That's what was diagnosed, breast cancer, and you're a model.
I was a model.
Were you a model when you were diagnosed? Or
I was not.
You were not?
No.
Okay.
I was actually a massage therapist, clinical, and I worked with 4 different doctors, and so I was in hospitals at the time, so I feel like God was preparing me, actually.
That was a step in the right direction.
It was.
You were familiar with that environment.
I was very familiar.
I would think that'd be very helpful.
So I had worked around with people that had catheters, ports, all different types of things that may be new words that you've not possibly heard before. And so in that way, it was a blessing that I was able to work with Vanderbilt and Baptist and St. Thomas and different hospitals and oncology departments and go into the hospital room and see what was going on as people were just dwindling away and they didn't have positive touch, because everybody that came at them usually had a needle in their hand. And I was blessed enough to be able to go into the rooms and have the lights turned low, and just if it was just to massage their hands or their feet or just their face, just something.
Foot massage. I've never had my feet massaged. I bet that would be fun. I bet that would be good. That'd be great. Yeah. And that's what you did.
I did that for 13 years. I did. Yes, I did. I had over 400 clients. Yes.
But that's a lot of rubbing and twisting.
Yes, it is. There was many evenings I wanted to relax and think I'd like to have my feet rubbed.
What about your carpal tunnel? You have a carpal tunnel?
I don't have carpal tunnel, but with the aggressive chemo treatments that I was given, then I now have neuropathy in my finger, so I'm not able to do that.
Now, what is that? I don't know what that is. I've heard of it
It's a
before.
burning and tingling in your. It typically starts in the feet, but I was fortunate enough not to have it in my feet, but it is in my hands. So I am limited at certain things that I can do.
I want us to get back to cancer here and come back to some of that, because
Okay.
I think that touch. I think the touch. There's something in a touch, and in relationships, in God, that takes places, and we may get a chance to talk about that if we have
Yes,
time,
yes.
because you've seen it happen. I'm sure we've not talked about this before, but I'm sure you've seen it happen, because we are creatures of love, and touch can take a very depressed person and make them bring their life, make
Certainly.
them feel purpose, is what
Right.
I'm trying to say. Okay, you've heard that you've got cancer. You're married
I was.
at that time.
I was married at the time.
When you
yes.
got the word, you were married.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
I'm setting the stage up for all the battles you had to fight.
Right.
Is what I'm trying to. Is what I'm
Yes.
trying. And if you don't want to go there on any of this stuff, you say, I don't want to go there, and I'll come up with something else. We'll
We're
go a
okay.
different direction.
We're
doing all right.
okay. We're good.
What did you do then? After you got the word, ooh, the big C, okay, and you felt like I'm in a bubble. What else happened?
Well, you start just going through a series. You actually get a cancer schedule. That's not what they call it, but once you start going down that path, then you're scheduled just weekly. It's almost like you have a new job, and it's not one that you desire at all, and the pay isn't good at all either. But once you get in that bubble, it's a journey, and it's a path that you soon are just pushed in, and you start just going down that road, and it's almost like everything else, you're in a daze. Because when I was diagnosed the first time, it was a misdiagnosed, and the second time I actually found it, and I just felt like that God showed me that, because they said, when I went to the second doctor, she told me, she said, 6 months now, you would not be here. And it was a fast-growing cancer.
And it was misdiagnosed the first time?
It was, yes.
Well, that was a strike,
They
wasn't it?
said it was a cyst, and they said, go home, don't worry about it. So that's what I did. I kept on exercising and eating healthy. And
Had you always eaten healthy?
not when I was a child.
I look at you, I figure you did.
Not when I was
Have you
a
ever
child.
You didn't eat healthy as a child?
Probably not. Not when I was probably hiding candy bars and stuff like that. So I don't think that would be too healthy. But I had been I had been a personal trainer also, and then I
was
also
thinking to say, you probably
teach
exercise
yoga.
a lot. Looking at you, you're probably
yes.
trim, and you're
Yes.
not blessed like I am. So you believe in exercise. I've tried to avoid it.
We're all blessed in different areas. That's what makes us all so unique.
I've tried to avoid exercise. I find it so tiring.